It was a hot summer, very hot, but Millie and Molly found ways of keeping cool and had fun with it. Animals like Farmer Hegarty's lovely horses, Salt and Pepper, stayed quietly in the shade to keep cool. And so did their owner.
Hey, you scallywag. Not hot enough for you to stop playing tricks on me, eh? Now listen here, you two.
And gardens, like Aunt Maud's, needed plenty to drink so they could stand up to the heat. But as the hot summer wore on, the town started to run short of water.
Sorry, Millie and Molly, but there's not enough water to fill the swimming pool.
People like Aunt Maud had to recycle her bathwater to keep her garden alive.
Fiddlesticks.
And the heat wasn't improving her snippiness either.
Double fiddlesticks.
But nobody was affected by the drought as much as Farmer Hegarty.
Everything's so brown.
It's the drought, Molly. The grass isn't getting any rain, so it's just dying off to brown.
Aunt Maud is using her bath water for her garden.
I'd need an awful lot of baths to get this lot green again. But the big worry is the animals. The grass is what they eat, but nature's stopped providing free meals.
Then what'll they eat?
I've no choice. I'll have to buy feed and give it to them by hand.
We'll help you. Come on, sheepies. We've got some lunch for you. They sure are hungry. I think Beefy's hungry. He doesn't look happy. Beefy's never happy. Watch out, Farmer Hegarty. Beefy's looking cross.
I'm keeping an eye on him. Don't you worry. Besides, it's too hot for him to go running after me.
Can we go and see Salt and Pepper next?
Yes, I think we deserve a reward for all our labours. They'll be hungry too.
Hooray! Good, Pepper. You like carrots, don't you? I remember when you were frightened of these horses, Molly. I wasn't frightened. Just, well, I didn't know how gentle and nice they are.
Well, I'm just wondering how long it'll take those two monsters to realise I've some sugar in my pocket.
Farmer Hegarty,
Yes, Molly.
what do Salt and Pepper do for you?
What do you mean?
Well, you're always telling us that all the animals in the farm have to pay their way.
Well, that's how a farm works. I look after the animals and they help me earn money for the things I need to live. Like food and fuel for the truck. Scout there. He helps me round up the sheep. And Beefy's for breeding more cows. And the sheep give me wool.
But what do Salt and Pepper do?
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting some sugar then. All right. You can have some sugar too. Well, to tell you the truth, I broke my golden rule with these two. They don't earn me a penny, especially now they've retired, but they give me lots of pleasure.
You mean like Marmalade, my cat?
Yes, I guess they are more like giant pets than farm animals. They've been with me all my grown-up years, haven't you, fella? Yes, you can have some attention too.
Well, we're glad you broke your golden rule. Yeah, we love Salt and Pepper too.
But still the drought continued, day after day. It cost Farmer Hegarty a lot of money to buy feed for his animals, where once the grass cost him nothing.
Thanks for giving us a lift, Farmer Hegarty. Yes, thank you.
No, thank you too, for helping me with the animals. It's nice having company when things are hard.
Hard? What do you mean?
If this drought keeps up, well, I'm going to have to make some decisions about which animals I have to sell off. I can't afford to continue feeding them all.
Farmer Hegarty was finding it hard to keep running his place. It wasn't just the extra feed that was costing him more than he could afford. It was the extra fuel for his truck to collect the feed and then deliver it all around his farm. And as the weeks went on, there was still no sign of rain. The drought was winning.
I'm afraid there's nothing for it. I just can't afford to keep feeding all the animals. I'm going to have to sell some off.
Not scalps or nibbles.
No, I need those animals. They pay their way, keep my farm in business. I'm going to have to sell old Salt and Pepper.
No! You can't! But they're your pets!
I've no choice. I just can't afford to keep them. They don't make me any money. You should see how much the fuel is costing me alone. If there was any other possible way, you know I'd take it. I'll ring the horse trader, get him to pick up Salt and Pepper in a couple of days.
Over the next few days, Millie and Molly and Farmer Hegarty visited Salt and Pepper, spending lots of time with the old horses, patting and stroking and showing them all the affection they could before the horse trader came to take them away forever.
Right, now, let's get those nose bags on, so Salt and Pepper can have something decent to eat. Oats, instead of all the sugar we've been giving them.
But the days went very quickly.
And this photo here is me with Salt and Pepper. Gosh, must be something like 15 years ago at the local show. They were young horses then. Looks like we won a prize that year. Ha! Look at that! Still playing that joke on me to this day. But not for much longer. The horse trader will be here tomorrow morning.
Try not to think of sad things, Farmer Hegarty. Yeah, look at all the happy things in the photo album.
You're right.
What did you win that prize for?
Oh, I suppose it was for two-in-hand cart driving.
What does that mean?
Well, let me show you. Here we are. Look at that.
Wow, that's so exciting.
Two-in-hand means the two horses pulling a cart and I hold the reins. Two sets of reins in my hand. Two in hand. Won that race too, I think. Didn't we, ya brutes?
Can they still do that?
Well, I think they might. But their racing days are over now.
But don't you see? What is it, Millie? The horses. They can pay their way. They can help you run the farm. Two in hand.
I think you might have something there, Millie. I've still got their harnesses in the barn. Oh, Aunt Maud! Take a look at this!
Yes, what is it? Well, fiddle my sticks.
Get up there, Salt! Keep going, Pepper!
Hello, Miss Blythe.
Well, bless my Scottish soul.
Hi. We're getting food for the animals.
Have fun, girls. Ooh. Look, Humphrey, look. Huh?
And so it was, instead of paying for expensive fuel to run his truck, Salt and Pepper pulled Farmer Hegarty's truck into town to collect all the feed.
Oh.
Even feeding all the animals across his farm, Farmer Hegarty didn't need any expensive fuel for his truck.
Gee up, you two!
And the horses seemed to enjoy their new role helping their owner.
Another good day's work, you two great lumps.
All Salt and Pepper needed was a bag full of oats and a drink, and lots of love and attention that Farmer Hegarty, Millie and Molly were only too happy to supply.
Oh, you like a scratch behind the ear, don't you? So does Pepper.
Seems like you make a good scratching post there, Millie.
There was no reason for the horse trader to come now. Not ever. Farmer Hegarty was able to keep old Salt and Pepper for the rest of their days, which was well past the end of the longest drought known in those parts. Millie and Molly had one favourite shop in town, the pet shop. There were lots of different animals to enjoy.
Oh, look over here, Millie. Look at the little mice. They're so cute.
And they really loved to visit Farmer Hegarty's farm, where they could help him with all his animals, like Salt and Pepper.
Thank you, Molly.
Even horses feel the cold sometimes. That blanket will keep you nice and warm, Salt.
The two girls learned a lot about animals, like what they like to eat.
Kitchen scraps. Goats will eat anything.
And how they behaved.
Be careful, Farmer Hegarty. Bump me not's going to eat your hanky.
Aha! A goat has to get up pretty early to catch me out. I've been around animals all my life. They can't trick me.
And Millie and Molly were even able to teach some animals tricks.
Ready? Go, Wags! He caught it. Good catch. Good boy, Wag. Yay, Wag. What a clever dog.
So when Harry needed someone to look after his pet mouse while he went on holiday, Millie and Molly didn't hesitate to offer help.
So do you think you could look after him?
Sure, Harry. We'd love to look after Brian. Yeah, we'd love to.
Gee, thanks. He really likes warm places and you have to be really careful.
We know all about animals. It'll be easy. Easy peasy.
But I don't want anything to happen to him.
Oh, don't worry, Harry. We know how to feed animals and teach them tricks, and we're always kind to animals.
But there is one special thing about Brian. He likes to escape.
Don't worry. We'll be extra careful.
So Molly took Brian the mouse to live with her while Harry went on holiday. But not everyone was happy about this idea.
Oh, Molly, a mouse. I can't stand mice.
Oh, he's all right. He's friendly.
Look, Mum, he's so cute.
Oh, put him back in his cage immediately.
But he doesn't bite or anything.
I don't care. If we have to look after that thing, he has to stay in his cage at all times.
You're not a thing, are you, Brian? You're just a cute little mouse.
Mum's right. The best place for Brian's in the cage. Besides, he'll be safer there from Tomcat.
No, Tomcat. Brian is not your dinner. He's our new friend.
Your new friend, Molly. Oh, and please take that cage off my dining table.
Come on, Brian. You can come and live in my room. Millie's coming over to play soon. No, Tomcat. Brian is a friend. Naughty. Don't worry, Brian. I won't let Tomcat eat you. Well, Dolly, what do you think of that? I like your dress, Jemima, but there isn't enough yellow in it, and it needs stripes. Would you like a cup of tea? Yes, please. I'd love a cup of tea. Thank you very much, Dolly. Well, my servants have gone out, so I hope you won't mind if I give you tea myself, since I am a princess. No, I don't mind. Brian! Tomcat! No, Tomcat! Don't eat Brian! Quick! No, Tomcat! Poor Brian! Did the bad pussycat frighten you? Tomcat's fault.
No, Molly. It's your fault for letting that mouse escape.
Sorry, Mum.
Oh, my lovely vase. I don't want that mouse anywhere in this house except in that cage and in your room where it can't cause any more damage. And as far away from me as possible.
Don't worry, Mum. I know how to look after animals.
Oh, that little thing gives me the creeps. And my lovely vase smashed.
Well, Molly has tied the cage closed so the mouse can't get out again, and Tomcat is shut in the spare room so he can't cause any more trouble.
All the same, I won't sleep properly till it's gone. I only put up with it for Molly's sake. I feel like I'm living in a zoo. Good night.
Good night. I'll switch the light off.
Tomcat, go to sleep.
I'm really hungry. Put it down. Tomcat, that's Marmalade's dinner.
Is that your knee on my back?
No?
Brian!
Ooh, keep that thing away from me!
Don't look! Don't go in there! Don't forget Cat! I think it was the fall over the cat that really did it. I didn't know Mummy could get that angry. Well, never mind. You can visit Brian here until Harry comes home tomorrow. Brian will be safe. Go away, Marmalade. She's as bad as Tomcat. I said go away, Marmalade. Brian is not for eating. Don't worry, Molly. I won't let Marmalade near Brian, and I know how to look after animals, and I definitely won't let Brian escape. Brian! Brian!
But even before Molly had gone home that morning, Brian had already escaped.
Come out, Brian. Harry will miss you if you don't come back.
Millie and Molly looked everywhere.
Not in here. He's not under here either. Brian, where are you? Brian! Brian! Don't hide from us, Brian. Please! Come out, Brian! Brian!
Millie and Molly had no idea where he'd got to or how to find him.
Marmalade!
But they knew enough about animals to realise Marmalade was likely to be the best at finding Brian. But Marmalade didn't seem to be interested in hunting anything. And when she didn't seem to want to eat her dinner, Millie and Molly had a sick feeling that Marmalade had already found Brian. And they would have to tell Harry that they weren't as good at looking after animals as they thought.
Poor Harry's going to be very sad if he doesn't have a mouse to come home to tomorrow. Yeah. Unless... That gives me an idea, Molly. Did you get it? This is all the pocket money I have. That should be enough with my pocket money. The dark one's too dark. And the brown one's too brown. We'll take the grey one, please. Yes, the grey one. He looks just like Brian. I hope Harry won't notice.
The next day, Harry was back from his holiday and came to collect his mouse. That wasn't really his mouse.
Brian, I'm back. Time to go home. It's me, Brian, Harry. Brian, what's wrong with Brian? It's like he doesn't know me anymore.
Well, Maybe he just needs a little while to remember you.
Huh? Brian? He's not even trying to escape. Brian's always trying to escape.
Yes.
He doesn't even want me to touch him.
We should just tell him the truth.
Truth? About what?
Well, while you're away, something very, bad happened.
Bad?
Look, Brian! Marmalade didn't eat him.
What?
Oh, cute. They're going to talk to each other.
2 Brians?
Really cute.
What was that about your cat?
Well, Harry,
So Millie and Molly explained everything that happened
never believe it.
and everything they thought had happened.
While you're on holidays, a big adventure.
But Harry was very happy to now have 2 mice instead of 1. So he forgave Millie and Molly for trying to trick him because they'd told him the truth. In the end,
Marmalade.
and Marmalade seemed to have her appetite back.
Oh, cute.
A few weeks later, Harry brought a surprise to school.
Over there.
Baby mice.
The Brian you bought me wasn't a Brian at all. He was a she. Brian and Bryony have had babies. Millie, Molly, you can have first choice if you want one.
Oh, no thanks, Harry. Not with Marmalade and Tomcat around. That's right. And looking after mice was much harder than we thought. Can I have one?
Harry, I want a mouse too.
I want to find a special one, Millie. There's some leaves over here, Molly.
Millie's garden was a great place to find interestingly shaped leaves for Molly's collection. It was a place they might find other things too.
Oh, look, Molly. What about this one? It's an interesting shape. I've already got one like that. It's pretty. Well, let's see what else. Ah, here's a whole pile. Hundreds and hundreds of leaves. There must be some in here you don't have. Let's see. Oh, look. Yeah. An egg. Can you tell what sort of egg it is? You know what's inside it?
Sorry, Molly, I don't know very much about eggs.
Maybe it's a chicken. Buck, 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 buck. Buck, 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 buck. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Come on, Marmalade. It's just Molly.
It might not be a chicken. It could be something completely different. Lots of things come in eggs. You never know.
But what? What is it?
Well, if you're patient, it might hatch, and then you'll find out. Here.
Amazing. There's a little baby animal in here. And it'll be ours. But what is it? Maybe it's a goose. Honk, 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 honk.
If you're not careful, you won't have anything at all. That egg needs to be looked after. You'll need to give it extra special care if you want it to hatch.
How? What do we do?
You need to find somewhere that's always warm and soft.
Perfect. Maybe there's a snake in the egg. Yeah, a slippery snake. Look out! Good catch. Oh, that was close. Come on, Marmalade. We needed to keep the egg warm. I know. We won't frighten you again, Marmalade. I promise, no more snakes. Come out. Please. Good girl.
Every day, Millie and Molly hoped that the egg might hatch and wondered what little animal might emerge.
It could be a crocodile.
Please, Marmalade. I promise not to make any more crocodile noises.
I promise I won't either. It could be a platypus.
What noise does a platypus make?
I don't know. Maybe they don't make a noise.
As the days and weeks went by, even Millie and Molly's friends like Humphrey tried to guess what kind of egg it was.
I know what's inside that egg.
What?
A dinosaur! Tyrannosaurus Rex from outer space! Roar!
Please, Marmalade.
Calm down. Humphrey's gone away. And dinosaurs from outer space don't exist. Do they?
Of course not. Well, I don't think so.
After nearly a whole month of Millie and Molly patiently watching the egg and patiently wondering about the egg and patiently coaxing Marmalade out of all sorts of hiding places, something began to happen.
Look, it's moving. It's cracking open. What is it? Shh.
It's a duckling.
A duckling.
A cute little duckling.
He's gonna be our duckling. He'll need a name.
Let's call him Beaky.
That's a good name. Beaky.
But Beaky wasn't Millie's duckling, nor Molly's duckling. Beaky had seen Marmalade first, so Beaky thought Marmalade was his mother.
Oh, that's so cute.
So wherever Marmalade went, Beaky went too. To breakfast. To lunch.
Hey, that's not a dinosaur from outer space.
No, Beaky thinks he's a cat.
A cat? Funny looking cat.
He thinks Marmalade is his mummy. Watch.
Oh.
So when Millie and Molly wanted to teach Beaky about water, poor Marmalade had to come too.
Watch out, Marmalade. And just
But Marmalade's patience was really tried when Beaky was learning how to peck.
Oh, Marmalade.
Marmalade, what are you doing up there?
Oh, little Beaky's so cute.
But little Beaky didn't stay little.
Millie, Molly, I think it might be time for Beaky to go back to where he belongs with other ducks.
But, Mum!
No, it's not fair to him and it's definitely not fair to me. Look at the mess he makes now. I don't want to have to clean this up forever.
But we'll clean it up.
Yeah.
But when Millie saw her mother give a look like that, Millie knew they would have to find a new home for Beaky in the park with the other ducks. Of course, there was only one way for Millie and Molly to get Beaky to go to the park.
Come on, Marmalade. You know Beaky won't follow us. Only you.
All the other ducks at the park seemed to love the pond, so Millie and Molly were sure Beaky would want to join them.
Go on, Beaky. Go and play with the other ducks.
Make some new friends.
She still wants to be with Marmalade.
Maybe if we hide Marmalade, then Beaky will go to the other ducks.
Come on, Beaky.
So Millie and Molly hid Marmalade where Beaky couldn't see her and tried again.
Come on, Beaky. Into the pond now.
Beaky, don't go behind the tree. Beaky, no!
Oh, he found Marmalade. What now?
I know. We'll hide Marmalade in a better place.
So with Marmalade cleverly hidden, Millie and Molly tried once again.
No, into the pond. Come on, Beaky.
You like it here. This is your new home.
Please, Beaky, be a good duck. Aha! Beaky will have to go to the pond now. Huh?
Oh, no.
He's found Marmalade again. Beaky never going to join the other ducks.
You'll have to be more patient.
But, Mum...
Beaky can't stay here. You'll just have to keep taking him back to the park until he stays there.
So each and every day, Millie and Molly took Beaky and, of course, Marmalade to the park and tried all sorts of tricks to get Beaky to stay with the other ducks. But each and every day, Beaky would follow them back home again. Until one day, Beaky saw something in the park that was different.
Look, Beaky's found something that might keep him here. Quick, let's go. I'm gonna miss him.
We'll come back to visit.
Millie and Molly waited a couple of days before they visited Beaky again.
Hurry up, Mum! Please!
I'm coming. I'm sure Beaky isn't going anywhere.
Even Marmalade was keen to see how Beaky was settling in at the park. But when they arrived, they were in for a surprise.
There's his friend.
Where's Beaky? Maybe he didn't like it here, but didn't know the way home and got lost.
Now, don't think the worst. He might be here yet. Have a good look around.
Here, Beaky! Beaky! Come on, Beaky!
Come out, wherever you are.
Beaky! Come on out, Beaky! Beaky!
We've looked everywhere.
Maybe a duck thief came and put Beaky in a bag and...
Let's give it a bit longer.
Look, where's Beaky's friend going?
He might know where Beaky is.
He's all right.
Yes, only he isn't a he. Beaky's a she.
Huh?
Look, Beaky is sitting on some eggs she's laid. And all this time we thought Beaky was a boy duck.
Does this mean Beaky's going to have a family?
I think it does. But this time you won't have to guess what's in the eggs.
And it wasn't long before Beaky brought her new family to show Millie and Molly.
Because they were the bestest of friends.
Huh?
Beaky!
Beaky!
You're back!
Look, Beaky's family.
Mom! Come quick! Beaky's brought her family!
Isn't Beaky's family cute?
Calm down, Marmalade!
The ducklings won't hurt you.
You liked Beaky when she was a baby, didn't you?
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Marmalade!
Millie and Molly's class was just finishing their show and tell.
Well, that's most interesting, Humphrey. I'm sure that looks exactly like the flying saucer that brought your dog from Mars.
See, I knew it was.
You may sit down now. Thank you. Now, today, I've brought something for show and tell.
I can't wait.
It's beautiful, isn't it? A budgerigar made of china, so it's very delicate. I saved up for it especially. Yes, Molly?
Did it take very long to save up for it?
It seemed to take a very long time. I was so impatient to get it. But it only took a couple of weeks. The longest weeks of my whole life.
That afternoon, Millie and Molly saw something they wanted to save up for too.
Oh, look at those dolls' clothes. I think that pretty yellow dress would look just right on Dolly. And Jemima would just love the yellow and blue striped pajamas. They like yellow and stripes.
But Millie and Molly were going to be disappointed. They didn't have enough money for the dolls' clothes.
Not nearly enough. Don't worry, Dolly. We'll find a way to get you those clothes. That's right, Jemima. Molly and I'll just have to earn some more pocket money.
The two friends decided they could earn extra money taking people's dogs for walks.
Make sure Taffy Bogle is back in time. He mustn't be late for dinner.
We will. Oh.
Mr. Limpy was happy to pay Millie and Molly to walk Taffy Bogle more times than they usually did because they knew about walking Taffy Bogle. The two girls knew Taffy Bogle couldn't swim and to keep him away from the river.
Uh-oh. Come on, Taffy Bogle. Let's go another way. Good boy.
And Millie and Molly knew something else about walking Taffy Bogle. To always keep Marmalade locked up in the house, so Taffy Bogle wouldn't want to chase her and be too hard to control.
Here's your money. Thank you, girls.
Thank you, Mr. Limpy.
Come on, Taffy Bogle. See you again tomorrow, girls.
Bye-bye, Taffy Bogle. See you soon. A whole week of extra walks with Taffy Bogle, and we still don't have enough money. This is going to take forever. Jemima will be so disappointed if we don't get her those new clothes soon. Dolly, too.
So Millie and Molly began to walk Humphrey's dog too. 2 dogs meant twice as much money earned.
Millie and Molly.
Poor Humphrey had chickenpox and couldn't walk Zoldan himself.
Don't forget, Zoldan only understands Martian.
We'll remember. Zoldan, Zigada, Doa, Zanzigadoo.
So Millie and Molly spoke Martian to Zoldan and made sure they didn't go near the river with Taffy Bogle. And always made sure that Marmalade stayed inside.
Good dogs.
Because both dogs liked to chase cats and would be hard to control.
I wish we could get those dolls' clothes now. Me too, but we still haven't saved enough money. And do you see the nice doll's house, huh? Oh, and that toy pony? Yeah. Jemima would love to ride that. And Dolly would love to hold tea parties in that doll's house, wearing her new clothes. But we're going to be at high school before we can pay for those. High school?
The two friends were very impatient. They wanted everything, and they wanted it now. So Millie and Molly added Barker and Bouncer to their dog walking service to make more money faster.
Now be quiet, Barker and Bouncer. You don't want to be in trouble again for making all that noise. I thought they'd learned their lesson and didn't bark at cars or want to chase them. They just need to know who's boss. They won't ever do it again. Well, maybe we should keep them away from the traffic to make sure they don't have anything to get excited about.
From then on, Millie and Molly made sure they didn't walk Barker and Bouncer anywhere near busy roads. And they always spoke Martian to Zoldan.
Zoldan, zig is that door.
And they didn't take Taffy Bogle anywhere near the river.
Come on, Taffy Bogle, away from the river.
And always they made sure that Marmalade stayed inside because all the dogs liked to chase cats.
This dog walking is so easy, Millie.
But with each day, the girls got more and more impatient as they waited to save enough money for the things they wanted to buy. So it wasn't long before Millie and Molly's impatience got the better of them.
Come on, Molly.
Not just yet. You need to finish your sandwiches.
But, Mum, it'll be too late to walk the dogs.
Well, then you shouldn't have spent so much time looking at all those nice things in the toy shop window. You have to eat your sandwich.
Okay.
And don't eat so fast or you'll make yourself sick.
Soon Millie and Molly were so impatient to get to the dog walking, they forgot one very important thing.
Come on, Molly. Coming as fast as I can.
They forgot to make sure that Marmalade was locked inside the house.
Mr. Limpy, we're here to take Taffy Bogle for a walk.
As usual, Millie and Molly tried to avoid busy streets for Barker and Bouncer, as Marmalade followed along. And as they remembered to speak Martian to Zoldan,
Zoldan, Ziga do Donasta.
Marmalade tried to get even closer to Millie.
Maybe we should walk another dog. They're all so easy to control.
But as Millie and Molly turned before getting Taffy Bogle too close to the river, something terrible happened.
Marmalade! Come on, Marmalade, run! Run, wholesome! Barker, back! Taffy Bogle, come back! Don't go near the river, you can't swim!
But Taffy Bogle wasn't interested in swimming. He just wanted to chase Marmalade.
Stop running away! Look out, Bush Bob! Bush Bob! Bush Bob! Are you all right?
Better than my fishing rod. You'd better stop those crazy dogs. Something worse could happen.
Sorry, Bush Bob. Come back! Stop! Come back! Sorry! Come back! Heading for the road! Oh no! Barker and Bouncer will chase the cars!
But Barker and Bouncer weren't interested in chasing cars. They just wanted to chase Marmalade.
Blimey!
Farmer Haggerty! Farmer Haggerty! Are you all right, Farmer Haggerty?
I'm fine, I think. But you'd better stop those animals before they cause some real damage.
Sorry! Zoldan! Dig it up! Go on! Zip bar!
But Zoldan wasn't interested in listening to Millie's calls in Martian. He just wanted to chase Marmalade.
Oh, dear! Now be quiet, you noisy dogs. You've frightened this poor pussycat. And, oh, you've made me drop my lovely china budgerigar.
And it wasn't long before everyone was at the police station.
Yes, officer. Taffy Bogle is my dog. I live next to Millie, as you know, and I would like to say that Taffy Bogle is very rarely any trouble to anyone. Now, here are my ownership papers.
Oh dear. What a terrible mess. And all because Millie and Molly had been too impatient. So, Millie and Molly set about walking only one dog at a time, patiently saving up to buy Miss Blythe a new china budgerigar.
Oh, thank you both so much. Just like the original.
And Bush Bob a brand new fishing rod.
Oh, it's a beauty. Better than the old one.
And they saved enough to replace the plants damaged by Farmer Haggerty's truck at the park.
How do you like your new clothes, Jemima? I think Dolly loves her new dress.
And eventually, they even saved up enough money to buy the dolls' clothes they wanted. And as for the doll's house and the toy pony, well, Millie and Molly will just have to be patient. Millie and Molly were on their way to the park to take some pretty pictures when they heard a terrible sound. Had Aunt Maud fallen down? Or broken her leg? Or even had a heart attack?
Aunt Maud, are you all right?
No, I am not all right. Someone or something has nibbled my prize lettuce.
And that wasn't all.
Oh! Oh! And they've been at my prize-winning carrots too!
Soon, Mr. Oddbottom from the town council was there.
See? Just look at the nibbles in this carrot. Ruined! How am I supposed to win a prize with that?
Yes, Aunt Maud, I have observed that some element of pestilence has set upon your agricultural produce.
What did he say? No idea.
Both my carrot and my lettuce. Well, what are you going to do about it?
Under Council Bylaw 125B, once a council official has identified the offending pest, vermin or stray, the official has the right to detain, apprehend or otherwise hold said pest, vermin or stray, and has complete authority to determine whatever course of action may be necessary to prevent further transgressions.
So, you're going to catch the culprit and stop it from eating my vegetables?
That's what I said.
Oh!
Well, the pest could be getting in over here, Mr. Underpants.
It's Oddbottom.
Then Millie and Molly had a nasty thought.
What if it's someone's pet that ate Aunt Maud's vegetables? Someone we know.
I am not a cruel person, Mr. Funnybottom, but I want whatever this is taken care of permanently.
I concur. And it's Oddbottom.
We should try to find out who ate Aunt Maud's vegetables before they do.
So, like a pair of detectives, Millie and Molly set about looking for evidence.
Look, whatever it is has left a little footprint in the soil. The footprint has 4 toes. Marmalade has 4 toes. So does Tomcat.
Millie and Molly were worried their precious cats might have been the vegetable nibblers that Aunt Maud wanted taken care of permanently.
Here comes a picture of the footprint. Now let's have a look at your paw, Tomcat. No, this isn't a cat's paw print. Both have 4 toes, but the middle of the paw is really different.
But if the cats hadn't eaten the vegetables,
I knew you were a good boy.
who had? Was it Humphrey's dog?
Zoldan's got 4 toes too. But it's not the same as the photo either. His paw's too big anyway.
Well, I know exactly what made that paw print.
What?
Aliens from the planet Neptune.
Humphrey, why would an alien come all the way from Neptune to eat Aunt Maud's vegetables?
It's a scientific fact that there are no vegetables on Neptune, so they must have been hungry.
The girls weren't sure what they'd do if they found the animal that ate Aunt Maud's lettuce and carrots. But they had a bad feeling about what Mr. Oddbottom might do if he found the animal first.
Steady, Roger.
Jack's goat liked lettuce and carrots, and almost everything else. But the print didn't match.
No.
And Miss Blythe's budgie liked lettuce too. But the little bird's claws didn't match either.
No.
And Chloe's horse loved carrots. But, well, that was just silly.
Definitely not.
Millie and Molly were starting to feel relieved that none of their friends' pets were guilty of eating Aunt Maud's vegetables.
Hi, Elizabeth. Can we look at Mr. Cotton Bottom's paws, please? Is this about Aunt Maud's garden? Yeah. Well, I'm sure it wasn't Mr. Cotton Bottom. Do you think Mr. Cotton Bottom is related to Mr. Odd Bottom? Molly, what is it? What's wrong? This is the same as Mr. Cotton Bottom's paw print. And rabbits love lettuce and carrots. It must have been your rabbit in Aunt Maud's garden. It couldn't have been. You won't tell Mr. Oddbottom, will you?
Tell me what? A rabbit hutch.
Mr. Oddbottom went to see where Elizabeth's rabbit was kept to find more evidence.
You can see that Mr. Cotton Bottom can't get out. He couldn't have eaten Aunt Maud's vegetables. And he's a very nice, friendly rabbit. Would you like to pat him, Mr. Oddbottom?
No, I wouldn't, thank you.
Don't you like animals?
I like all animals, plants, insects and fungi.
You're not going to take Mr. Cotton Bottom away, are you?
Well, excuse me. Hello? That's Oddbottom, Aunt Maud. Yes, well, I see, but... Well, I don't think there's any need to shout. Hello? Hello? Well, Elizabeth, it seems while I've been looking at your Oryctolagus caniculus, another one has been attacking Aunt Maud's produce.
Oh, so it wasn't Mr. Cotton Bottom. Yay!
Once it was discovered the culprit was a rabbit, it wasn't hard for Mr. Oddbottom to set the right trap.
It's so cute.
Fiddlesticks! That creature is a vandal, eating my prized vegetables, the very thought of it.
He looks tame. Maybe someone owns him. Yeah, and loves him, and is missing him. What are you going to do with him, Mr. Oddbottom? Mr. Oddbottom?
I'll convey this Oryctolagus caniculus to the veterinarian to be checked over and have her keep it. But if no one claims it after 1 week, then it will be placed in enclosure 211B.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that the council can't afford to feed and house abandoned animals forever. It's a pity there are irresponsible owners around that force us to do something about it.
Millie and Molly thought they knew what this meant for the poor little rabbit. So for the next week, Millie and Molly tried hard to find the little rabbit's owner. They put up signs at the park, at school, even on the council building where Mr. Oddbottom worked. And every day after school, Millie and Molly ran to the vets to see if anyone had claimed the little rabbit.
Bet this isn't as nice as Aunt Maud's lettuce. Don't worry, little one. Somebody will come for you.
But as the week went on, Millie and Molly wondered if the little rabbit did have an owner at all. They tried to make a backup plan, just in case.
But, Dad...
I'm sorry, Millie. We couldn't possibly look after another pet. It wouldn't be fair to Marmalade.
And it wouldn't be fair to us. There just isn't enough room, I'm afraid.
Okay.
On the last day of the week, Millie and Molly raced to see if someone, anyone, had come to claim the little rabbit.
I'm afraid no one's claimed the little rabbit, so Mr. Oddbottom has already collected it.
No!
Millie and Molly ran to the town council building to find Mr. Oddbottom. But Mr. Oddbottom had already left for the day. They had to find where Mr. Oddbottom lived.
There's only one Oddbottom in the whole town. He lives near my place. Let's hope it's our Oddbottom. It has to be. How many Oddbottoms are there anyway? What if Mr. Oddbottom's not here? What if this isn't Mr. Oddbottom's house? Oh, what is he doing to that poor little rabbit?
Can I be of assistance?
Please, Mr. Oddbottom. Please, please, please don't hurt the little rabbit. Please don't.
Hurt a little rabbit? What on earth do you mean?
It's the end of the week, and you said if no one claimed him, you'd...
I'd do something about it. And I have.
Look, it's the little rabbit.
In enclosure 211B, where I keep all the homeless rabbits.
I don't understand. We thought...
Millie and Molly didn't know what to think. There were animals and enclosures all around Mr. Oddbottom's backyard. Lots of animals everywhere.
All these poor animals have been abandoned. What else could I do? They're all mine now.
Really? You mean you look after all these animals by yourself?
Well,
What's going on out here? Who was it making all that noise at your front door, Mr. Redbottom?
It's Odd Bottom. I don't look after the animals all by myself. Some of the neighbours help with vegetable produce they don't think is good enough to win prizes.
Well, is someone going to help me feed these animals or what?
We will!
And Millie and Molly decided that whenever they could, they'd help nice Mr. Oddbottom look after all the stray animals that he had adopted.